Right. Okay. Well, we'll start with the Frenkie de Jong kind of news. People were crying about it. I mean, I see Pep Merchant. Why are you reporting on this if it's fake? Allow it, innit? It's the transfer roundup. Transfer roundup. We speak about everything, innit? I mean, rumors, anything that people want us to speak about.
People get their wires crossed, man. People get their wires crossed. We don't report. We aggregate. If something comes up about Man City, we'll talk about it. We know when the source is dead. Trust me, we're not telling you this is tier one.
You should know City Extra by now. We'll tell you when a source is dead, but it doesn't mean we won't speak about it. Because
we know most of you know when the source is dead too, but we'll still have a chat about it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I told you, you know what, right? You lot have got no excuses because I told you as soon as that season ended, yeah, I told you that there's nothing to talk about. I said I'm going to inject every single transfer rumor, whether it's shit or not, straight into my veins. And you knew it was going to happen. We're going to talk about transfer rumors. It just is. I told you it was going to happen. It is going to happen. And this is potentially one of those cases. Because rumor has it that Manchester City are preparing a bid of 110 million euros, by the way, for Frenkie de Jong. Pep Guardiola has personally requested the signing of the midfielder. This is via the Hard Tackle on Twitter, who have also reported it. They've reported it from another account, but I think my refresh rate's gone on Twitter already.
I think it's a Dutch account. It's definitely from somewhere in mainland Europe. I saw it's not English. The title of the account. Now
the issue that we all have, the issue that we've all got, and I think we can all say this in the chat. I think we can all agree. I think me and you will agree as well that it's very unlikely that Frenkie de Jong comes to Manchester City. We spoke about this before, given these wages and things like that, and I think that's the issue that a lot of people see in this: the wages, because man's on about 400 grand a week, and we said yesterday we ain't going to be paying him 400 grand a week.
The only way I could see City really going deep into a transfer saga with Frenkie de Jong is maybe not a panic situation, a semi-panic situation whereby we do lose Bernardo late in the window and City go, oh shit, we need to go and get someone in. And, you know, as much as that source that's speaking about this isn't too, known or credible, definitely not on our radar anyway, saying Pep has personally requested this player, it wouldn't surprise me because Frenkie de Jong, we have said this on this channel as well before, would be sick under Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, he would be
unreal under Pep. He is a Pep Guardiola type player. He's the kind of player Pep Guardiola would love to have on our team. So Pep even saying to Cheeky or the board, like, I would like Frenkie de Jong, doesn't come as a surprise to me. But that's literally just foundation stages of a transfer saga for Frenkie de Jong. You know, a lot would have to happen between there and him signing the dotted line. So right now, if it's just like, oh, we want to go get a midfielder, let's look on the market, I think Frenkie de Jong will be low down the list because of the logistics, transfer fee and wages. But if time went on and something happened whereby Bernardo goes, oh, I'm off, and City goes, shit, we need to go and get someone in, I could see City opening the can of worms. I'm not saying City would go and be like, here's 400 grand a week and here's 100 mil for Frenkie de Jong, but I think they'd go and try and negotiate.
Yeah, I think if they could agree to, if they could basically do a deal with Frenkie de Jong where he agrees to not obviously get those wages kind of thing and it's a lot less and he basically wants to move and play for City, then I think you could see it happen. I think the 110 million euros is a lot of money, and that's a lot of money to start with, and then we kind of expect it to be a very expensive deal as it is. Look at the way the market's going this year. But would Frenkie de Jong give up them wages when he can just stay at Barcelona? They've just won the league. Do you know what I mean?
This is what happens when you give a player crazy money. This is what happens when you give a player crazy money. First of all, you're paying that player crazy money, but you're also kind of pricing yourself and that player out of a move in the future if the relationship breaks down or he doesn't want to be there, you don't want to keep him anymore, because no one can come in and pay that guy's wages. There's a handful of clubs in the world are willing to come in and give Frenkie de Jong 400 grand a week. And even at that, when I say willing, that's a stretch. Not many will be actually willing to pull the trigger on that. But there's a handful of clubs can afford it, I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think It's a difficult one with Frenkie de Jong. Like you say, obviously the wages are stupid. I think he'll end up staying there. I don't see a situation where City go and get him, just because of the wages and the transfer fee is quite a lot. Now, obviously, people are like, oh, so why are you even talking about it? Why are you even talking about it? Just because there was a rumour about it today, and it's good conversation. Now, in the chat, and I think I put a poll in the chat then, like, would you like Frenkie de Jong at Manchester City? Because if you just take the money side out of it, I think it'd be a very, very good signing for City. If we could, like, I mean, if you could bypass the money and the wages and stuff like that, and that wasn't an issue, I think it'd be an incredible signing for City. Now, is it realistic? No, but I think it would be a good signing for City. I'd like him personally. I think he'd be mint.
I think you would too. I think if you're talking about just the player in isolation, and we're not thinking about the logistics of getting it over the line, the player in isolation, he's tailor-made to play for Manchester City. He's tailor-made to play in our system, to play under Pep Guardiola. He could do what Gundogan did. He could probably do to an extent some of what Bernardo does. Yeah, he'd be perfect for Manchester City. I think the passing game, the fast moving, the front foot football. You see him do it with his national team and with Barca too. So yeah, if there was a deal to be done that was feasible, I'd be game for it.
Yeah, but I think we're all in agreement that the wages are just extortionate. It's just not going to happen.
That's because of Barca and how poorly their club is run. They like this is another example of Barca over the last 10 years who've poorly run their club. The money they've spent on individual players and the wages they've offered individual players and signed them onto, they don't want to leave. They don't care if the club isn't going to win. Now, like, I know they just won La Liga, but if they don't win another league again, plenty of them won't give a shit. 400 grand a week. Why would you care? You're living in Barcelona and you're collecting nearly $500,000 a week to just chill out.
You are living the life, innit? You are living the life.